Well, you asked earlier, or mentioned earlier, that you think I'm resourceful, and that came from, well, it began early on with, I talked about how hectic things were at home, or are, with my mom being a hoarder, and they were like that when I was a child too. Uh, they're much worse now. I haven't been in her house in 15 years, even though she just lives about 3 miles away. I just literally can't go in. But when I was a kid, things were just really chaotic at home. I mean, with the mess and with the drug and alcohol abuse from my brothers, and I would always just, push things to the side and make a spot for myself and make something. I would paint or draw or use clay. Sometimes I would use what I could find to try to make something, like making making my own house slippers out of paper grocery bags. And it's funny because Dylan, my daughter, does that with duct tape now. But and well, you did.
No,
remember?
I used to.
Yeah, you used to.
And I
Okay. Well,
And then
I'd make clay out of mud, and I even tried to raku fire it, which wasn't successful, but it was a lot of fun. I dug a hole in the backyard and I made a piece out of mud, a little pot out of mud, and put it in the hole with a lot of leaves and grass. I'd let it dry, but set it on fire, and it didn't do anything, except burn all the mud and the dirt, and the leaves and grass. But and then when there was an ice storm, and I did this the first time I did it was when there was an ice storm, but I made my own candles with crayons, and because the power was out, and that was a lot of fun. But I always liked just keeping myself busy and kind of creating my own little world where I didn't have to think about the chaos that was happening around me.